He'd hurt Robin, actually, right? Robin had said to me, get out the house. So Robin was the one that received the blows. The problem is the only help that was available to us was the police, and the police have been singularly amazing. We've had to call them out quite a few times. They have been incredible, and they have told us that 70% of their call-outs are dealing with mental health problems. And they treated us with more dignity and respect than any of the people who are supposedly in charge of Matthew's case.
Well, the problem is this was only supposed to be temporary, wasn't it? This was an emergency situation. The place where he is staying at the moment is not designed for long-term detainment. And this is having an effect on his mental health, as him as a boy, as him as a person.
He's ripping out his hair. He's got a broken wrist now. He's ripping off the cast. He's had 4 casts put on and he's ripping them off. That takes some doing. That gives you an idea of the distress that he is in.
And you can't be there for him because, like in prison, you have visitation hours. You go in a room where there's loads of people. You sit at the table. You can't see the bed that he sleeps at night.
On Mother's Day, I didn't have any good news. Although on the press was reporting that good news, Matthew is moving. We know nothing. We have not been communicated directly. You need to speak. I'm sorry, I'm so emotional.
No, I can understand, gosh.
We had messages yesterday saying it must be a fantastic Mother's Day because you've heard good news, and the fact is what we've been told is the same words we've heard for 6 months. The unit that we believe is right for him to go to, he's had a place there. We desperately hope is the right place. We've had a place there since September. The issue has been there isn't a bed free, so he's just sat there for 6 months.
Footage here of the boy before and the boy now, and let's have a look at this.
Hello, Daddy. This is a Father's Day song to say that you are the best dad in the world, and I'm going to do a song. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Daddy, Daddy, you're Daddy, Daddy, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best.
I want to come back home where my real house is.
Okay, why do you think that you're here at the moment?
When I
There is a huge difference between then and now. What needs to happen? You have a petition, I think it's over 170,000 people have signed this petition. What do you need to see happening for your family?
Sure, in one word, action. Action.
We've heard a lot of words for 6 months. It's half a year. You've seen the state he's in now. That was before he broke his wrist a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we've heard words. We need action for Matthew. He's only getting worse by the day where he is. The unit he's in understand that. They know it's not the right place for him either. And the fact we've had it's 188,000 people have signed now. That's been really comforting to realise we're not in this alone, but also it's terrifying because it's shown us that there's literally thousands of people in the same boat.
There are a lot of people. Communication seems to be a major problem here.
Yes.
And you're not being informed, you're not being kept informed.
Yes.
And you said to us before we came on air, it's almost as if you're, keep the parents quiet, locked down.
Yeah.
You understand, though, that finding a suitable place is difficult. Somewhere that's perfect for him would be difficult, and that has been part of the problem, hasn't it?
It's absurd. It's absurd. It's insane, forgive the pun, that the nearest possible unit that can help my son is in Northampton, that there is no psychiatric unit specialised for children with ASD in the south of England, in the southeast of England, the most densely populated area of the UK. It is absurd. Why?
Well, the Signet Hospital in Woking have said we support some very vulnerable people to whom we have a duty of care, a key part of which is respecting the patient's confidentiality. Therefore, it would not be appropriate for us to comment on an individual case, although you would like them to.
Absolutely.
Our primary purpose is stabilising individuals ahead of admission to a clinical mental health treatment. Where a placement at a specialist service is not immediately available, a decision is taken which may decide the most appropriate alternative is for individual to remain in our care until a space is available.
And therein is the absurdity of this situation. NHS England is hemorrhaging cash, keeping these vulnerable young people. It's not just Matthew. We know that there are 6 young people waiting in Northampton to move out of that specialist, that expensive specialist setting, to go back to their homes and their communities. But because the social care and the mental health provision in the community is not forthcoming, they are stuck there. And in the meantime, NHS England is spending millions on nothing for no clinical reason.
A spokesperson for the NHS says we have every sympathy for Matthew and his family. We understand this has been a difficult time. It's been confirmed that Matthew will be moved to St Andrews, where he will be able to receive the specialist care that he needs. We anticipate this will happen in a matter of weeks, but can't confirm an admission date at this point.
Sorry.
No.
We were told that in September 2015. You'll understand why we can't believe that until it happens. Sorry, I don't mean to be angry.
He's had the place since September, and we've been told it'll be a matter of weeks since September. So they've never spoken to us directly at any point. We've never been allowed to contact them.
It's just incredibly sad that when you rely on a system so much, when you the most difficult time in your life, and you want to do the best for your son, the best that you can do, and you can't do that. It's out of your control.
He is a human being, and he's being stripped of his human rights. I have been stripped of my mother's rights. I cannot even take my son to A&E and help him keep his cast on. I cannot even see where my son sleeps. He has been imprisoned for 6 months without treatment or appropriate care, without assessment even. And Mr. Burt, I would like to meet with you. Please meet with me so that I can share my story, my son's story, and that of the 188,000 people who are telling us similar horror stories.